Okay, so welcome back. Last we left off, Legosi lost the jaw war against Bill, so I bet that was a huge blow to his ego. It appears that he's losing strength in his jaw muscle, so we're wondering if it's because of his training or not. So this chapter, it seems like it's gonna be a Goheen and a Legosi centric chapter, so we're gonna find out. Welcome to chapter 68. Limp teeth meets invigorated hands. So let's jump into it. A flashback to a physical examination. Legosi from room 701. Coming, so he's back at school with the 701 boys. Second year high schooler physical examination. We're first going to measure your masseter muscles. Bite down. Bite harder but slowly. Okay, now bite hard as hard as you can. So let's see his jaw strength. 295 kilograms. Wow, that's almost 300. No, no. That's scary. My jaw force is nothing compared to yours. Wow, that's really high. The average jaw force for wolves is about 200 kilograms. That's interesting. So Legosi's super strong for a wolf then. Hold on. Why is that? Why is he freaking out? It's been okay, so this is looks like this is a flash forward with him and going. It's been several months since that exam, and now I can barely even bite down on an apple. I don't know what's happening to my body. You're going through changes, young man. Puberty is coming down hard on you. That and you're not eating meat, and you've been exercising and stuff. So I bet his strength is being allocated elsewhere, or I don't know. He's adapting differently because he doesn't have that what's it called, the sustenance for his jaw anymore. Let's see. Okay, so he's with Going. Let's see. Maybe I'm just getting old. What is he talking about? And Going's mad because he's 39 years old over here. What? Think real hard on what you've been through that exam. What you've been through since that exam. Right, I took that exam at spring. I think I met Haru a few days later. She's the trigger behind your changes, right? Your weakening jaw must be related. Okay, that's interesting. So maybe it's a not only because he's training now, right? Maybe it's a subconscious thing as well that that his jaw's getting weaker so he doesn't hurt Haru. Come to think of it, it's funny how Haru's like his main motivation, but we don't even see where the heck is Haru? Like we haven't even seen Haru. She's always like she has presence in the sense that she's Legosi's motivation, but we don't even like see her or hang out with her like we did with Juno. I hope we see her again. I actually like Haru's character quite a lot actually. So that's coming from Going. Wait, where are they? Let me look at this. Is this a bar? Yeah, there's a beer. They're eating something. They in the back of the market. Legosi. Okay, so Haru's Haru. Okay, I miss her. Such a teenager. All high schoolers this expressive. I can't help but be amused, says Gawain. Sorry, but I'm not at all surprised that your jaw is weakened, Legosi. It's proof that you passed the meat meditation training. You've suppressed your desire to eat meat. And that is made evident by the fact that you're willing to ramble about your affections toward a bunny in a place that sells herbivore meat. That is also awkward. I like how he just doesn't care. Or maybe he just doesn't notice. That's kind of weird. Maybe Legos, he's just getting more acclimated to this place. So I guess this is part of Goeen's training as well. Like literally surrounding him with other carnivores who are literally chowing down on a turkey right over here. And they have steak over there, and they have, man, it's just all sorts of meat that's surrounding him. And Legos, he's just completely indifferent to all this. So maybe he's just getting desensitized to it, and I can't tell if that's a good thing or yeah. Okay, so this is a bar in the back alley market. Hmm. I need to see for myself how. I need to see for myself how his body's changed. Hmm. Going. You haven't even taken a sip of your beer. Why is that? Good that you noticed, and you haven't taken a sip of your drink either. Why do you think I brought you to a bar in the back alley market? We're working right now. Look behind you and try not to get noticed. Hmm? He sucks at this. What's that? Is that a hyena? That's a striped hyena, a typical meat addict. A meat addict? Okay, he's just gnawing on a bone. He hasn't even touched his food, really. The meat he ordered can't satisfy him with the way he is right now. He will keep on gnawing on that bone of herbivore he killed. And then look for his next target. Okay, so I guess there's a huge difference of when they eat dead meat versus when they eat live game, which is what the Shishigumi boss was doing. Huh. So they can so this is so let's see. This was foreshadowed before when Legosi first met Going, he showed him his wall of like addicts and stuff about like of other animals who've eaten meat and went through withdrawal and stuff like that, and it was pretty gruesome. So we're actually getting to see this live. So I wonder what they're gonna do. Capture him maybe and take him to therapy, just like Going did to Legacy. He broke that bone apart. He's a hyena that enjoys killing. His jaw force is immeasurable. Oh, he's leaving. Must be on the hunt now. I've been tracking him for days, and now it's the perfect time to capture him. You come with me and watch. You're gonna capture him? No shit, it's my job to capture and rehabilitate carnivores who've gone off the deep end. Let's go. Okay. Always seem to forget that this is a feeding ground for carnivores who actively eat herbivores. Have a nice day. The back alley market is the true face of society. That fact doesn't even scare me anymore. Okay, there's no one around in the area. We're starting the mission. They're getting the drop on him. Legosi, I have one question for you. How did you feel when you noticed that your jaw was weakening? Were you sad? Yeah, he was. Well, you might have been. Is he putting a muzzle on him? I guess. It's not like Legosi can use his jaw anyway. And that would be just fine. I'm feeling deja vu. Oh wait, whoa! He just threw him off the roof? What the hell? Ow. Hey, I'm not a feline. I'm not adapted to survive high falls. I know you're a young canine. A carnivore who has suppressed his biting force, his strongest weapon. Who are you? Okay, so the hyena notices him. Is this gonna be a fight? Okay. Now, how are you going to fight him? I smell the scent of a young little puppy dog. I'll settle with that dog meat. Oh, so the hyena doesn't even care if he's an herbivore or not. He's just for blood. Okay. So he's crazed then. It's actually difficult to kill herbivores, you see. They have really strong limbs. There was one that had a lot of fight in him and got me these bruises. Okay, so I'm thinking back to when Legosi had his confrontation with Louis about saving Haru. Think about how Legosi was fighting Louis back then. He actually, he punched Louis, but how did Louis, respond? I think he, kicked him, because he's a deer, right? And deers have really strong limbs, and that's primarily how they fight, if not with their antlers. So, if Legosi can't use his jaw, it's kind of like the same. Think back to My Hero Academia or something like that. When Deku found out he couldn't use his arms anymore, what happened? He switched to using his legs. So that was just the allocation of power, right? And Legosi has perfectly good arms and legs, so maybe this is him adapting his fighting style, because he beat the Shishigumi boss by using his fangs. But it looks like if he's not going to rely on his fangs, his body's going to have to compensate, probably in his arms and legs. Which is more than likely why we're being showed this panel right here, and why he's referencing how herbivores fight. So Legosi's probably going to adopt that fighting style. That's just good writing. Let's see. Their limbs were made to resist us. Well, if I get serious, Then they're no match. Okay, so he's diving on Legosi. I see. Limbs, huh? Going's all shocked. He's like, what? He's just hold. Alright, so dude bit into Legosi's arm, but Legosi's just hoisted him up. Okay, so he has a lot of power in his arms. Let's see. What? My fangs. I can't get them out. What a Chad. Look at those veins in Legosi's arms. His right arm is a lot stronger than his left arm. Let's see. Why do all carnivores look the same when they bare their fangs? A herbivore's limbs move with emotion when they're struggling to live. I'll express my emotions with my limbs. First things first, I'm not a dog. I don't need fangs. I'm a wolf. Oh, is he gonna like slap the shit out of him? What's happening? He put him in the wall. He put him through the wall. This looks like a Baki. Alright. I keep forgetting Paru Itagaki is the daughter of the guy who makes Baki. I know his last name's Itagaki. I'm spacing right now, but yeah. It's starting to show. I'm starting to be reminded that Beastars, it's starting to feel more shonen-ish. I kind of got that feeling with the Shishigumi chapter, kind of. But now, whenever we get into an action scene, yes, this is actually so dope. Actually seeing Legosi dominate. And mind you, Going isn't helping him this time around. He's just sitting back and watching. So, that's cool. That's really awesome. He actually put him through the wall. The strength in his fangs has been shifted to his limbs. Freaking called it. Let's go. It was a command from God to a very unique boy. So thumbs up to you, man. Next time. Okay. Cool. So, that looks like it was the chapter. Yep. That was chapter 68. That's pretty dope. So, Legosi has a new weapon to fight with. Well, he's developing his limbs. I see that he bruised his hand right there. But even so, I'd still say he's at a disadvantage. Because if the killer is who I think it is, then I don't think that's going to be enough. Because you can't really... there's only so much you can do by not... with... What am I trying to say? There's only so much you can do not using your main weapon. He's never going to be fighting at full, like, strength, right? He should use all the tools at his disposal, but he's actively choosing not to do that. Out of a sense of pride, I guess. So, let's see how it develops. There's only so far his, like, his arms and legs can take him. Anyway, that was chapter 68. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, comment, rate it, subscribe it. And I'll see you during chapter 69. Bye now.